two powerhouses from the NFC West face off for the third time this season in Seattle. This is the better of the two matchups, and this is taking place with the 12th man in Seattle, Washington. This is a excellent matchup. The last time these two teams faced off, it went to overtime with the Seahawks winning 38-37 in overtime. It was 30-30. The Rams go down, score a touchdown, kick the extra point. The Seahawks go down, convert on some crazy plays. They score a touchdown. They go for two. They get it. They win 38-37. It was a phenomenal matchup, one of the best, if not the best of the year. And these two teams face off for the third time in the season. So the Seahawks, once again, are playing an NFC West team in the playoffs after playing the 49ers for the third time and sending them packing this past weekend in a dominant fashion. They will now face the Rams in a much tougher, less injured matchup. The weather for this game, it's actually going to be a 45 degrees and cloudy. No issues of weather for either of these games. The weather will not be an impact like it was these past weeks. I don't know, whatever. But some news out of Seattle. Zach Charbonnet is out for the season with a leg injury. So K9 will be the lone ranger left in that 1-2 punch for Seattle's offense. And diving into the defense, we all know the Seahawks defense is phenomenal. The Rams rush defense is 12th in the league. The Seahawks rush D is 3rd in the league. We saw them 2 times now absolutely stomp out Christian McCaffrey his last 2 games against them. He had 35 yards this past week on 11 attempts. And before that, in week 18, he had 23 rush yards on 8 attempts. So they can stop one of the best players in the NFL. They will have to do the same against the 1-2 punch of Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. For the Rams, like we said, their rush defense, 12th in the league. It's solid, but their pass defense, 19th in the league. I mean, the Bears didn't have their best performance. They got a few interceptions off of Caleb Williams, but the Seattle Seahawks also scored 38 points on them last time they played them. So this is a offense. These are two teams that are very familiar with each other, and a 2.5-point spread. That is the margin of error. Anything under 3. This game is going to be electric. This game is supposed to be, I think it will be very, very close. And we look at two teams in the same division. I mean, this game last time was cinema. This is the third time they're playing. There's nothing left in the playbook besides maybe a few trick plays that we'd like to see. So I'm expecting this game to be very close. Obviously, the Seahawks, a team that's built on defense and efficient offense. The Rams, they're built on their offense, boom, 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 and their defense getting the pressure and their D-line impacting games when needed. So, guys, when we look at this matchup, we look at the Rams defense. They've had a very up and down year. Some games, Jared Verse, their defense, they take over. They have great games. Other times, like the last time they faced Seattle, they're letting the ball get out on them. Their pass defense isn't the greatest. So you look at this matchup. Is the Rams defense going to choke away this game like they did last time against the Seahawks?
I don't think they're going to choke it. I think Seattle's going to win this game. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a game where one team chokes the lead. I think it's going to be pretty even-keeled for most of the game, and I'm taking the Seahawks to win. I think Sam Darnold's going to have a good game. The past few games against good teams, he hasn't been turning the ball over. His stats aren't great right now, but he's moving the sticks. He's playing good when he needs to. He's playing good football. I think losing Charbonnet is going to be a loss to them, but I believe the running game is built on the trenches, and I think Seattle's good there, and I'm taking the Seahawks.
So obviously Seattle, they're built on defense. Sam Darnold has had a phenomenal year. Their run game has been really efficient. Clint Kubiak, he's now getting head coach interviews. That's how well their offense has been doing. But you look at the defense, obviously Seattle, this team, Mike McDonald, defensive coach, their identity is built on their defense. They're hard-hitting. They're smart. They do not have to play the same exact defense every game. They will switch up their defense against anyone they're playing. And that's just a testament to good coaching and how strong the roster is that they can give you so many different looks on it and play a phenomenal game week in, week out. You look at this defense, you look at the history of Seattle and their defenses. Would you say that this defense is better than the Legion of Boom?
No, and I would just say the Legion of Boom has more history behind it. But I think next season, I think you can make that argument, especially if this team goes to the Super Bowl, which I believe they will.
I think there's a few things that will really stand out to me when I look at this matchup. And I think for the Rams, their key to victory is going to be Matthew Stafford. He's going to need to have a legacy game. He's playing a tough defense. And last time I know they put up 37 points and they looked really good. But the defense is going to mix up so many different looks. Stafford, as we know, he's a pocket passer quarterback. He doesn't have that mobility. They're going to try to give him everything possible. and he's going to have to beat them with his arm. I think we all know that. For the Seahawks, their key to victory, I think they're going to have to play a too high safety look against Puka and Devontae. I think they're going to have to let up the run just a little bit, and they're really going to need to make sure to limit those deep plays. We see Puka, his run after catch. They have to stop that. And we look at Devontae Adams on those go balls, those deep balls, and especially when they get in the red zone, those fades. I think the Seahawks can limit those big plays. They can limit Puka and Devontae's impact and maybe let the run game transition a little bit, but not open up the play action. I think if they can play that too high safety look and limit Puka and Devontae Adams, they will punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. We got two very interesting games in one day. A trip to the Super Bowl is on the line. We will be back with you next week to preview Super Bowl 60. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and drop your conference championship takes in the comments. Appreciate you all for watching. We'll see you in the aftermath.